I don't know why on YouTube it shows Melissa before it shows me. It's so weird. As you're hopping on, tell me hi. Tell me what you're working on. Hi, Noelle. Get myself all situated here. I'm sure those of you who have watched before realize I'm in a completely different place. So it's going to take me a minute to get myself situated. There we go. Brenda, Mama, hi. E, working on your rocket tea. Awesome. Patty, hi. Cheryl, working on your lemon spritz. Excellent. Hi, Cindy. So I am in the shop today in the back where most people don't go. I am near the spinning area of things. You can see some of the roving and stuff. But because it's an open market today, Deb and her Monday group are sitting in the shop at the table. So I'm relegated to the back. Thank you. Shar, making the baby Afghan. Awesome. Nicole, working on the chart portion of the lemon spritz. Awesome. Holly, I don't know if Holly's on or might be on. I know I just saw before I got on, she commented, she asked a question in our craft along group. So Holly, if you're on or you pop on, ask your question here and maybe we can chat about it a little bit. You're working on a baby blanket. Awesome. I have yet to get myself a plain stockinette project to work on. That rib lace raglan top that I have been working on requires not a lot of thought, but it requires me looking and paying attention to every row. So can't work on that and chat at the same time. Hi, Linda from LA on YouTube. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, July 17th. If you are local and you're watching this live and you want to watch this on a replay and come down to the marketplace to the night market, you could do that too. It's open till 8 o'clock tonight. Once a month, the farmers market outside is partnering with the SVRC marketplace and doing a night market. So 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. They've got food, live music. Tonight is country night. So it's kind of fun. Mom, working on your Great Lakes Mystery Knit Along and your scarf. Awesome. Hi, Jody. Joyce, I saw things calm down a bit there. That's fantastic. Test knitting socks. Awesome. So I'm Kristen. I'm the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC marketplace. Normal market hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The yarn crawl shop hops start this Thursday. And so hours will be a little bit different. The middle of the mitten yarn crawl starts Thursday, the 20th and goes through the 29th. That overlaps with the Heartland Yarn Adventure, which starts the 28th and goes through August 6th. So somewhere I'm used to having the table in front of me with all kinds of stuff spread out, and I'm sitting on a tiny little spinning chair and have the whole setup on another chair. So I'm a little bit out of place. Malcolm, yes, Mom and Dad did survive the storm. It was their property is okay, but and I don't think anybody that we know had property damage. A couple of the public places did. Hi, Oriana. So middle of the mitten yarn crawl. I do have passports for both July 20th through 29th. The way the middle of the mitten passport is set up is that it's got a list of all the shops in the front. And then each shop has its own little info page about and I think it's done alphabetically, about their shop, if they have any specials going on, anything like that. So the way this works, each shop you visit will stamp your passport, and once you've visited 6, 8, or all 11 shops, you can turn these little coupons in, prize tickets into any of the shops and get entered for the drawings. So these passports are $8. I may still have some of the tote bags too. I didn't grab one of those to show. Those are $15. And that starts this Thursday. The Heartland Yarn Adventure starts July 28th, goes through August 6th. This is the passport for that one. Passports for the Heartland Yarn Adventure are $5. And the way they're doing their prizes is a little bit different. And now that I have visuals, maybe it'll be a little bit easier to explain. So the booklet that you get has a list of all of the shops by state. And then they're not alphabetical from there. Oh yeah, they are. Just in Indiana, the first one starts with an S. So Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, and lots of Michigan shops and lots of Ohio shops. So when you get a passport, there's a QR code on there that will take you to, I believe, an interactive map. But what you really want to make sure that you take with you, if you're doing the Heartland Yarn Adventure, when you get your passport, you will also get a 2-sided log sheet. This is what you get stamped when you visit the shops. And when you're done, this is what you turn into any of the shops to get you in the drawing for prizes. So when you purchase your passport, everybody that purchases a passport gets entered into the drawing for all the prizes. And if you have been following the Heartland Yarn Adventure Facebook page, they've been posting, they're alternating between posting about the shops that are participating and some of the prizes that have been donated. So lots of good stuff. Each shop you visit gets you one more entry into the prizes. So if you visit, even if you're not into traveling a lot of places, if you are in the Tri-Cities area, you could visit Bay City, Midland, and Saginaw and get up to 1, 2, 3, 4 stamps, I think. And that would be 4 additional entries into the prizes. So one of the things, I'm going to tell this to you to try and hold myself accountable also, on both items for the Heartland Yarn Adventure, there's a place for a passport number. That passport number is how the prize committee verifies your information. So make sure, hi, Holly. Well, Holly, if you're driving, then you can't do what I asked you to do at the beginning. So do know, since you can't type out, I saw that you posted a comment on the Craft Along group, and after I'm done with the live and I get back to the house, I'll try and look at that again, or somebody else might get on there and see what your question was. Hi, Mary. Mom, I'm not sure if you purchased one for the Heartland Yarn Adventure. So we do have these here in the shop. Melissa posted the link to buy them online, but you can buy them here in the shop also. Just make sure if you bought the Heartland Yarn Adventure one, or if you're going to and you're purchasing more than one because you're buying for friends, we need the names of each person that's going to have the passports too. Hi, Jill. So when you're in, anybody that's participating in either of the yarn crawls, make sure you enter your name into drawings for shop drawings as well. I've gotten enough donations from different places that I will be able to do a daily drawing, I think, every day. Might have to be every 2 days. I'll have to get that a little bit more organized. And then we'll have a grand prize drawing for each yarn crawl separately. So since I've got 2 sweaters worth of yarn from Barocco and 2 sets of needles from Chiagu, One will be for each yarn crawl. Okay, let's see. Oh, Melissa and Julie posted it at the same time. In reading other posts, sounds like many have done ghost rows in the last sections of the increase for their size. They said that way the lace starts under their bra. If I knit according to pattern and I made it longer after I do the sleeve divide, can I still lengthen it, or am I going to have to frog back and add then? Yeah, maybe you can come in a little bit on Wednesday morning, Holly. Some people have knitted more solid stockinette. She's referring to the Olive Knits lemon spritz knit along sweater. Hi, Aunt Jackie. Some people have, and I know Karen has on both of hers, knitted more in stockinette after she split for the sleeves before she started the lace. So that is one option if you want the lace to start lower. That's not going to mess anything up because your stitch count shouldn't change at that point. If you just want a longer top overall, you can do another repeat of the lace. Like if you look at a lot of them, there are only 3 lace repeats. Mine has 4, and it's just personal preference and body length. But of course, you can stop in on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or whenever, and we can help you with that too. So let's talk about yarn, shall we? Custom yarns and things coming up for the yarn crawls. You can see over here, I've got the last 2 samples that I was talking about with the custom yarns, which is the knit weave cowl with the DK weight from Brenda and Heather, and the sock arms sweater with Malabrigo fingering weight for the body and our custom sock yarn for the sleeves. Those we've talked about the last 2 weeks. What I am wearing is a third hours for the yarn crawl. So starting the 28th through August 6th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, we're open 10 to 6 like normal. Thursdays are going to be 10 to 8:30 because the girls are going to be here late on Thursday anyway. Sundays will be 11 to 3. So essentially, most days are going to be 10 to 6 with the exception of a late day on Thursday. So the yarn for my top is Wonderland Yarns. Their Marianne base, which is their fingering weight. Their fingering weight is really good on yardage. So it's a 4-ounce skein and it's 475 yards. And it is it's dyed in the assigned pooling way. So if you look at the skein, a majority of it is gray, and then it's got this little pop of color. So as a reminder, and I actually brought it with me. This is the building. So I'm trying to not get the ring light reflection. The building that is the inspiration for this year, the oldest standing former gas station in Saginaw, and it's got really cool graffiti on it. So this is 4 photos of the same building, just from different angles. So Brenda and Heather went with the very vibrant version. The other 2 went with more of a muted version. So but you can see the gray, blue, red, and yellow is very consistent, even though it's the 2 different dyers. So this sweater is the Lano sweater. It is a boxy sweater it's designed with 10 inches of positive ease. And it's knit starting at 1 cuff. You knit it flat, starting at 1 cuff and working all the way across. If I were to do it again, there are a couple things I would do differently. I'm going to try and put notes in on my Ravelry page about that. One of the things is I think the sleeve increases are a little weird. They increase really quickly to here, and then there are no more increases. I think I would do that a bit differently if I were to do it again, maybe space them out a little bit more. But it's a big boxy sweater. So this is a good example of ease in terms of both sweaters were knit for the 36-inch bust size. So this one has pretty much no ease and fits fairly well, maybe an inch or 2 of ease, but it's pretty fitted. This one has the 10 inches of ease. It's a big boxy sweater, which is nice and cozy. You can see how, depending on your stitch count, the yarn pools a little bit differently. But essentially what you're doing is when you're knitting and the next thing coming from your ball of yarn is this little contrast color, you do a different little stitch with it. And that's what gives you this really cool texture. I am very happy with how it turned out. These skeins are, I have this information, $29.50 a skein. Again, they have 475 yards. Any assigned pooling pattern that's written for fingering weight yarn will work for this. So if you wanted to do like a one skein project, there are a lot of those out there. It is 85, there we go, Melissa put that in there, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. This sweater takes anywhere from 3 to 5 skeins. According to, I did the 4th size, which is for 36-inch bust, which gets you a 46-inch finished sweater. I did make the sleeves a little bit longer, not intentionally, but I realized I had knit like almost 2 inches too much from what it said it should be before I cast on for the body. So then I had to do that on the second side. So I did have to go into a 4th skein. If you want it longer, there are modifications to do that as well. But the finished sizes on that one go from a 40-inch up to a 72-inch for the finished bust size for this sweater. So we've got those in the shop and will be available this week. Yes, Melissa and I were calling this my always curling sweater. This is the one that I was working on when we were at H&H and on our way to and from Chicago. It seemed like every time she was looking over at me, I was purling back because it is done flat. So it's knit a row, purl a row. But I survived, you guys. I survived. So I was just going to say something else about this sweater. Oh, about the custom yarns. All of the custom yarns are now in the store and will be available as of Wednesday. So I know the yarn crawl officially starts Thursday, but I have said that starting this week is when the yarns will be available. So they will be available and in the store here on Wednesday. If you had your name down for one of the sport weight skeins from Brenda and Heather that do this, I do have those set aside for you. So you could come in if you're local and you want those, you can come in and pick them up, pay for them, and pick them up anytime starting Wednesday. Dream in Color did not disappoint this year, you guys. Last Wednesday was a busy day. I had the FedEx guy was here, the UPS guy was here. Tanya from Maybe Crafted was here dropping off bags. We have that to talk about too. But Dream in Color arrived and I'm grabbing a few skeins because of course it's a hand-dyed yarn and it's a variegated smushy with cashmere, of course, because you guys know how much I love that. And it is gorgeous. So here is our custom Saginaw standard smushy with cashmere. It's looking a little bit bright on Facebook. It's more of I don't know, it's just so much more muted. Like you can still see the same inspiration from all of them, but some of them are a little bit brighter. Some of them are a little bit more muted. I decided I was going to try and knit another sweater by this week. So these are $35 a skein. The Dead Easy sweater is one that I've done before. I had a sample here in the shop. I know E and Bonnie have both made them. It's real quick. Karen and I had talked about doing the ranunculus sweater for this, so I would have a quick sample knit up. Dead Easy is fairly similar in terms of a top down, not really raglan increase. Hi, Linda. So on big needles, so the Dead Easy is designed to be, is written to be knit on size 10 needles. I dropped down to 9s, so this is a little bit smaller, but I know because it is knit so loosely, it's going to grow a little bit. So this is what I was working on over the last week. This is 2 skeins of our custom Smushy with Cashmere Saginaw Standard. And I still have quite a bit left. I knit, it's written to be fairly cropped and like shoulder length sleeves. So I'm doing the sleeves the way it's written. I did the body a little bit longer. It takes anywhere from 2 to 3 skeins if you knit it as written. If you want it a little bit longer, either longer sleeves or longer body, I would make sure that you have enough yarn for that. But I absolutely love how it turned out. I did alternate skeins between the two because I intentionally pulled one that was a little bit lighter and one that was a little bit darker. You can see it even more on camera, but I just did every other row. And you can kind of see a little bit of the pooling with the red and the black, but I think it looks really, really cool. I'm almost done. I'm on the cuff of the second sleeve, and then I'm hoping I can get it done tonight and it can have a bath tomorrow and I can have it here in the shop. So these skeins are available now. Also, if you are out of town and you want any that we've talked about, just put it in the comments. Let us know you need it to ship to you and we will get in touch and make that happen. So as you can see, I still have quite a bit of yarn left over too. So the beauty of knitting a top on big needles is it goes quickly. And I'm using the yellow set of the twist shorties because I am on 9s. So the blue set only goes up to 8s. I'm using my little 9-inch circular. Well, right now I'm at like a 12-inch circular with that cable to do the sleeves. I will go ahead and talk about the other. So those are the 4 custom yarns that we have for this year. I love them all. I'm very happy with how they all turned out. The other project that I am knitting on right now is my ribbed lace top. Oh, so the other thing with the Dead Easy sweater is it's only written for 2 sizes. There's like a small medium and a large XL. But it's definitely one that's easy enough to modify. And because it is done on such big needles, easy enough to modify that too. So I'm almost to the solid brown on my ribbed lace raglan. So I separated the sleeves. I did go back and use the solid brown just to finish. I did a couple rows on the sleeves and then bound off. I might redo that. They're rolling a little bit because she really doesn't have you do any actual normal ribbing. She just has you do the lace ribbing that you've been doing for the body and then bind off. So I'm not sure. I may go back and make them a little bit longer because they're kind of rolling a little bit, but I have that much left where it's going to go darker in the body. And then I will switch to the solid brown for the remainder of it. So I'm working a little bit on that, but obviously the custom yarn samples were more of a priority, trying to hustle to get those done before the yarn crawl starts. That's that. So the other thing that we will have that is specific to the shop. We have them now. Like I mentioned, Tanya from Maybe Crafted stopped in and dropped off. She dropped off a whole bunch of her Poppins bags, which are the zipper They're kind of like they open on the bottom, sort of a box bottom style bag. She's got a large pop-ins and then a smaller one. I have a whole variety of prints of those that I have here as a trunk show for the next couple weeks. But we collaborated and picked a fabric that is exclusive to the shop in terms of her bags. Obviously, it's not a fabric that was designed for us. So it is the fabric that you may see on somebody's bags out there or somewhere. But as far as she goes, she ordered this fabric and is only using it for bags that she's making for our shop, which I think is pretty cool. So she did two different things for us. She did notions pouches, so here's the fabric. Look at how cute this is, you guys. Oh, oops, upside down. Little sheeps with little swirlies, and it's like reds and greens and teals and blues. So what she did was create notions bags and takeout bags, which are my favorites. And there are 5 different linings that she's done. So she did some with pink, some with green, some with like a colored, I guess I could open these all the way so you can see them. Pink polka dots, green tie-dye batiks, polka dots. Look how fun that is. And then a solid, not solid, but it's a white design. Should be handy in terms of being able to see what's inside the bags. And then the other color is blue. So the notions pouches are $13. The takeout bags are $40. If you've not seen her takeout bags before, these are the coolest project bags. They fold and lay flat if you need them to, but who would do that when you could have a project inside? So they open flat on the bottom. They're a very deep bag, and you could get a sweater plus some in here. Wide handle, she uses seat belts for the handles on them. And then there's this little loop here that you pull the handle through. It closes it up. It's surprisingly secure for the fact that it doesn't zip or anything. But you don't have to worry about yarn getting caught in zippers. And it's really nice to have on your arm. The other thing about her bags, besides the quality is really good. We're supporting somebody local. So Michigan based. She is out of Berkeley, Michigan. Tanya is a special ed teacher during the school year and also makes bags and has her own yarn line, but you can fold the top edge down on the bags and it will work. You can use it right as like a yarn bowl project bag, just as is. I'm fighting with this one a little bit, you guys. I don't know why. I have, of course, one of the shop fabrics is coming home with me, and it'll be my 4th, I think, takeout bag that I have. Sorry, you guys, the blowers are on high here, and I think the air has been bothering me today. So, these are available in the shop. I can try and get one if you are not local and you want one. I can try and get the color inside that you want, but I cannot guarantee it because I don't know. I don't know what colors are going to go quickly and be popular. So yeah, those are available now as well. Okay, that's it as far as things for the yarn crawl, I guess, or projects that we're working on. Upcoming events. Man, I'm trying not to cough at you guys. There are 2 more knit alongs coming up that I just found out about today that starts on the 21st. and one that starts in September. So those of you who get emails from Casapinka may have gotten an email today about her summer mystery knit along. We did not know anything about it ahead of time to be able to put specific kits together. And I didn't get any sort of sneak peek or anything on it, so I have no idea what it is. In reading quickly through her notes on Ravelry, it looks like it's a shawl, but she said it's a different shape than she's done before, which who knows. People either really like or really are not a big fan of her mystery knit alongs. They don't appeal to everybody, but they can be fun. We've done the last couple of them, and I have enjoyed the knitting of it and the final project. So that one starts on the 21st. It goes for 6 weeks. So she'll release a clue every week for 6 weeks. And it takes 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn. It looks like a lot of her samples are 3 sort of similar tonal yarns and then a pop of color. But she pretty much said in the notes that it could be anything. I'm hoping you guys aren't getting too much noise feedback from what's going on in the other part of the shop. They're getting kind of loud. Okay. So that one starts this week. If you, as we will say with any of the fingering weight or really any of the knit alongs, some of these take, like the Stephen West takes 5 skeins usually when he does his. But if you have a stash at home and you have 1 or 2 skeins that you think would work really well and you need some accompanying yarns, we're happy to help. Bring in what you have and we can help match up something that complements what you already have. Or if you want to pick out something new, Deb or Karen or I are always happy to help play with yarns and put sets together. 3 fade and a contrast is a lot of the options. Yeah. Somewhere in there, she says you can use 2 variegateds if you want, or you can use minis, or you can use scraps. It's pretty kind of out in the open, I guess, or up for whatever. If you have a stash. Some people don't. The other knit along is not a mystery knit along, but Malabrigo is doing a summer shawl knit along that starts September 1st. They sent, if you get their emails, you should have gotten one today with a link to sign up for their knit along. They have posted on their blog a link to sign up, and in there you'll see photos of what the shawl looks like. They had the shawl at the trade show in Chicago, and it is beautiful. It combines fingering weight yarn and a mohair yarn. Well, it doesn't hold them, you don't hold them together, but you do kind of sections of each, and it's a beautiful crescent shape lace and garter, I believe. Might be stockinette shawl. It takes 3 skeins of Malabrigo mohair and 2 skeins of Malabrigo sock. Mohair and ultimate sock knit along. So what they've done is used all the same color. They used Anniversario for their sample. So all the same color of sock and mohair, which we have a lot of both. So I just rearranged the mohair section, so it's a little bit easier to shop right now. If you are not a big fan of mohair, you could do it just in all fingering weight yarn if you wanted. There's no hard and fast rule that says you have to use the mohair to knit the project. I don't know that they've put specifics out in terms of what you would need to use materials wise to qualify for any of their prizes that they're doing for the knit along. That one I'm not sure. As I get more info though, I will pass it on to you all. I was hoping that I would have a sample done before it starts. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll see. September 1st seems like it's a long way away, but I know it's really not. And with, with the yarn crawl coming up, I don't think I'm having a lot of spare time on my hands. Let's see. Using only Malabrigo mohair and ultimate sock. Okay. Well, so there's the answer for that. Must be knit using only Malabrigo mohair and ultimate sock, can be changed for sock or machida if you don't have ultimate sock. So in order to qualify for their prizes, you would have to use the mohair. If you're not so concerned about that, but you want to participate in the knit along or just knit the shawl because it's beautiful, you don't have to use mohair. For those of you not participating in either yarn crawl, but you are local, make sure you stop in the shop in the next couple weeks, because I have decided that I'm doing sort of a yarn crawl special. It is not just for people that are participating in the yarn crawl. It is for anybody who comes in. It's just happening during yarn crawl times. But I have started pulling yarns and have an entire cabinet, 2 cabinets that I'm working on filling up toward the front that will all be kind of a fun special price. It's not like a, you know, store-wide percentage off or anything like that, but it is going to be kind of a fun mix and match, and you can get yarns at up to 50% off, which is always fun to get really good yarn at a really good price. So if you're not participating in the yarn crawl, still pop in and see us. I do anticipate that the Mondays and Tuesdays, Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays will be a little bit slower. So you're always welcome to come just hang out with us too on those days. Who knows? I might be wrong and we might be busy every day, but we still welcome people coming hanging out with us. I'm looking around to see if there's anything else that I set around me that I wanted to talk about, but I think that's pretty much it. That's all I have on my notes. We talked about the hours. So 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday. We'll be open late on Thursdays, 11 to 3 on Sundays. So it does go over, we do span 3 weekends. So that's kind of fun. I think I figured out it's like 14, 16, 18 days straight will be open. It's going to be fun. I get to meet a lot of new people. So I think that's cool too. Okay. I think that's all I've got for everybody tonight. So I hope you all have a good evening and a good week. And if you are shop hopping, yarn crawling, if you've purchased passports, you can come in and get those. If you haven't gotten yours already, we'll have those starting Wednesday to pick up. And if you're not yarn crawling, but you just want to come in and see us, we love that too. So if I don't see you in the next week, I will not be doing a live during the yarn crawl. So it'll be 3 weeks before I do another Monday motivation. I might just pop on and do a live to talk about some things. But as far as official Mondays, you'll have to wait a couple weeks for that. But I hope you all have a great week, and we will see you all